Now, for understanding the internal structure of the leaf, because ultimately the chloroplasts are present in the leaves. So, for understanding the internal structure of the leaf, because that's the main part where the food is going to be prepared. For understanding that, I'm taking you to a live plant now, the actual plant. Okay, and I hope you are able to see the stem here. Right? I hope you are able to see. This stem you can see obviously is arising from the soil. Inside the soil are the roots which are absorbing water for the plant. The xylem which is running through the stem, it keeps on transporting the water which will go into the branches if there are any. This plant is not having any branch in particular. It is going into the leaves. Now this leaf is a big leaf having a thick petiole. Again, you have done petiole in class 6, and this you can see is the midrib here. The midrib, again it means the xylem is passing through it. The midrib divides into many branches. These branches are the veins. It means the xylem is there in it also. And for studying how the work takes place, how photosynthesis takes place in the leaf, for that we will be studying the internal structure of leaf. Now for studying internal structure of leaf in the laboratory, what is done? The leaf is cut in a horizontal manner like this, and a very thin slice is taken, and this thin slice will be placed under the microscope. So the diagram which you will be seeing in the next video, as well as in your book, it will be this one which will be zoomed. So let us come back to the chart for it. Let me give you a rough idea about it. Okay, so let us come to this diagram. Although it's black and white, it will not be really very clear to you, but you will get a fairly rough idea about it. Okay, so the leaf, the upper surface of the leaf is covered by a waxy layer which is called the cuticle. Then below that is a protective layer that is called the upper epidermis. Below the upper epidermis, there are the cells containing chloroplast. Now these cells containing chloroplast are of two types. These are basically called mesophyll cells. The mesophyll cells further, depending upon their position, that's the location, and their shape, they are of two types. So below the upper epidermis, there are the other cells which are the cells which contain lots and lots of chloroplast. Now these depending upon their position, the shape, they are of two types. First is the palisade mesophyll cells. The second is spongy mesophyll cells. Now, palisade mesophyll cells are those which are closer to the upper epidermis. It means they are exposed more to the sunlight. So they are more in number and they have large number of chloroplast in them. The other type, that's the spongy mesophyll cells, they have intercellular spaces. That is, there are spaces between them and they are more of a oval in shape. They also have chloroplast but lesser number of chloroplast. Now here what you see is the xylem and the phloem. So these xylem and phloem are coming from where? The midrib, then the veins, then the veinlets. Okay, and they are, the xylem is bringing water. So and this water from the xylem will reach the chloroplast of both the palisade as well as the spongy mesophyll, where the process of photosynthesis will take place. So in the chloroplast, what will reach finally is the water from the xylem, the carbon dioxide from the stomata. Chlorophyll will already trap the sunlight, and hence the whole process, that's the chemical reaction, will now take place in the chloroplast. Now once the food is prepared, then what? So once the food is prepared, then from the chloroplast, the tiny black structures which you see here, from those chloroplasts, the food which is prepared in form of the glucose now is transported to the phloem, the other transport system of the plant, the other vessel that will take the glucose and transport it to the remaining parts of the plant, both upper parts as well as the lower parts of the plant. Now, for understanding the chapter more in details, wait for the videos which I am going to send you further. Thank you.